Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Arthenex Plays Sunless Sea, the exploration survival RPG roguelike game from Failbetter Games. Our first captain gloriously died while attempting to fend off pirates with his starving crew. So we're going to hope to do a little bit better this time, but who knows. I've gotten some tips from people who have commented on the videos, especially Fernando. So I appreciate those greatly. They have made several suggestions. The first thing I should do is apologize. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but there's a tree being taken down in my neighborhood at the moment. So if you hear any chainsawing in the background, that's what that is. But should not affect the enjoyment of the video, hopefully. So we started a new captain, Arthenex. We got our comatose ferret back. We got our gunner. I have no idea how much of the world will be the same and how much will be different. I have a feeling the main cities will probably be in roughly the same places. So Vanderbite's probably somewhere to the north, for example. But the individual islands may be completely different, or they may have moved a little bit. I have no idea. Like I said, I have no experience with this one, and I've been avoiding spoilers to the best of my abilities. So let's go ahead and get started by reading the morning papers. The Unexpurgated Gazette, once again. Let's see, this is unfortunately one that I've already read, so I got a recent news. Now I don't know what this is, the Labyrinth of Tigers. And this is new. This might be because I'm playing as street urchin this time. Is open under the patronage of the London Zoological Society to cautious visitors for educational purposes. Here you may see the devil apes of Far Mandalay, the Thing in the Mirror, the Cantagascar's Children, the Gargantuan Cave Snake, the Inhabitor of Wolves, the Hybrid Fiend. N.B. the Magnificent recommends that you arrange your exit well before closing time. So I can provide a rare creature to the labyrinth. I'm not sure why this is available this time, but it wasn't last time. Maybe it's because it's my second playthrough. So if I had a harlot fry, I could conceivably sell it to the labyrinth. Well, I don't have one of those. Okay, let's check out London and the Admiralty office. Let's start by getting a quest. The Iron and Misery Company Funging Station, somewhere not far from home waters. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. So then we'll leave the Admiralty. And not gonna carouse. 8 out of 10 crew. I think I'm happy with 8 out of 10 crew at the moment. I'm not particularly keen on getting more. Let's see. So I can put my ship in a dry dock. I don't need that. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. So let's see. I've also learned that you can sell wine in Vanderbite for more than it costs here. So wine, yes, if I recall correctly, it costs 21 here, and I can sell it for 23 in Vanderbite, which is not exactly what I would consider a terrific exchange, but it is a small profit. So we might as well make since we know that that place fairly well, we might as well make that our first stop. It should be relatively safe. So let's go ahead and go back to London and offer passage to a tomb colonist. Okay. So then let's go to the shops. I don't think we need fuel or supplies at the moment. But let's go ahead and buy. We can sell Solus fruit here. I got to keep an eye out for that. Let's go ahead and buy some wine. Cask of mushroom wine. So we can have borrowed 2 of them. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's head out on our first journey and hope to find Vendor Bite somewhere near where we left it. Launch. I also learned that you can, let's see, what's my key trigger for this? You can turn out your lights to save fuel. Which is good to know. Of course, it does increase your terror. Let's see. Yeah, when my side lights are on, I think it was saying that my terror is increased. Alright, so the first question is the hunters, are those 3 young women going to be where we left them? And sure enough, as I just about ran myself into these rocks here, looks like we're going to have to go around this way. Okay, there's Low Burnett. Alright, we might as well go get a port report for Hunter's Keep. Pressing the H key will blow your horn. This has no useful function and may provoke nearby Z beasts or hostile vessels. Great. So why would I do that again? Okay. And dock. Oh, I forgot to sell advice for captains. Well, I can do that when I get to Vendor Bite. Let's... Interesting. So this time maybe I'll spy on the house. Let's get the port report before I do anything else. And maybe I'll spy on the house this time, since I have a 100% chance of success, since I'm a street urchin, and see what happens. This place may not be as simple as it seems. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor. Grand in size. Didn't they just say that? If a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. "Soon," she says, and the piano music falters and stops. "We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you." The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. "Hush! If we don't speak of it..." She frowns. "Has she seen you at the window?" You withdraw. Okay, I know something of Hunter's Keep. I succeeded in a Veil's Found and I gained 40 fragments. So... So I can present myself at the house, and that will give me supplies, I think, and reduce my terror. But it will give me the attention of one of the gods, which could be a good thing or could be a bad thing. So let's just kind of skip it, take the port report, and move on. Okay, and dock. Turn my light back off. Okay. Of course, with my light off, it's much more difficult to see ahead. Okay, there's the light ship. I'm not going to dock there. Oh, yep, so I've entered the waters around the tomb colonies. That's a ship. So I don't think they've spotted me yet. So I can put my... So this is another tip I have. As long as I'm in the dark... Now they know I'm here, but I've already gotten a shot off on them. Oh, they're not turning to attack me yet. Alright, now I'm going to light them up. Unfortunately, I think the light ship's light kind of wrecked me there. But I sank them with only taking 4 points of hull damage, so that's pretty good. Let's see what they have. Yep, loot and scuttle her. 1 cache of curiosities, which contains 2 fuel. That's it. Coke, like coal, but more so, as the Department of Internal Rarefactions would have it. or Werefactions. Werefactions? I think it's Werefactions. Alright, so I gained 2 fuel. That's pretty good. Let's turn my light back off. Stay in the darkness as I continue to head north. Wow, Venderbite is much closer. I feels like it's much closer than it was before. Maybe not. As we pass Cassandra's Point. I have gained a secret. Speak to my officers to improve my abilities. So, I could talk to... Maybe I should... Well, no, I'll save it for the university. Let's... Unless I get another one. Talk. The trouble with tomb colonists. Your tomb colonists... yanks off her bandages. She looks remarkably healthy for a tomb colonist. I'm not as dead as I look, she confesses, and I won't get ashore without your help. Yes, the constables are looking for me back home. Is that a problem? So I can help her out, or I can make no promise of discretion. Keep your nose clean. You'll drop her off at the dock as you promised, but after that it's her problem. Well, obviously I've got to help her out. I mean, come on. What's the fun in not helping her out? Muffled oars. You slip your furtive passenger past the skin check post and the confirmation of consolation. Thanks, Captain, she remarks casually. Let me teach you a couple of tricks, just in case you do this again. And here's a little hush money. So I had got a menace suspicion. I lost the tomb colonist. I gained 200 echo. Wow. I also got an extra veils. And I assume this does mean something in the future, maybe? Okay, well, still, 200 echo. That's more than I got at any single point in my entire previous game. So, whoopee for that. Alright, so can I sell my book here? No, I can sell my recent news. And yeah, I can sell my wine for 23, which I will do. And I can buy fuel for 20, but I shouldn't need it. I can sell my recent news for 10, so I'll do that. Alright, that brings me up to 274. So let's get the port report. Gather gossip. And then... should we risk exploring? Well, let's visit the first curator and get his quest again. I don't see any reason not to. I won't read it again since I read it the first time. So listen to the whisper request. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. Accept the permission. Alright. So, should I explore Venderbite? I don't see why not. Well, actually I do. It's quite risky, but I'll do it anyway. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. Interesting. A beefy tomb colonist buffles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in! I lost one terror. A bandage poisoner? Poisoneer. A bandaged poisoneer at Venderbite seeks package with the Z captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. Interesting. So I can recruit him if I had 300 echo. The bandaged poisoneer has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the galley to his exacting standards. Alright, well I don't have enough money to do that. Offer a strange catch. The Vengeance of Jonah is liberal in its approach to edibility. Sample today's special. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. Definitely not boredom. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, and will also reduce hunger. How much does it cost? It costs 60 echo, and reduces terror by 5. I'm not going to do it this time. But I can go back there. Yeah. Later, now that I've found it. Okay. The last tour operator. What do I need for this? I need more supplies. Dozen sad and bandaged souls here. They're choosing their final fate. Will you take them on one last diversionary tour? It may be a longest trip. Make sure you have enough supplies. This will replace 12 supplies with 12 tomb colonists who you'll need to take to 3 destinations in the Untersee. Mouse over your objective tomb colonist quality to learn the destination for each visit. Well, I'm not going to do that until I've explored a lot more of the Untersee. Alright, so I think that concludes our initial business at Venderbite. We still have pretty goodly amount of supplies and fuel. So maybe I'll go ahead and head further north before I start heading back. Let's try it. Hopefully I won't regret this. So I'll turn out my light to save fuel and peer into the darkness. Oh, bats. I think I have to turn my light on. There they are. Fire one. Fire two. Alright. They took 5 points of hull damage in exchange for 1 supplies. Okay. Oh, more bats. It looks like they're flying off. Alright, I'll let them go. I don't want to fight them that much. As we head north. In theory, we should find that other town up here somewhere that I visited last time. I actually kind of forget the name of it. It's been a few days since the last time I played. Oh, there's one of those white things that I really, really, really don't want to encounter. So I'm going to sneak as close as I can to the coastline here and hope that it doesn't see me. Alright, and here's Censor's Arch. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. No! My terror is certainly going up a lot faster now that I'm running without lights. But it is saving me on fuel. Wither, that's the name of the town. Wither, beside the great arch of the bay, the pale waves stretch, silent as the face of the moon. Alright, let's gather intelligence. And I can, with 50 echo, I can reduce terror. Let's see. That's right, I can buy for stories or Tales of Terror, which I don't have. Let's just explore the city. Okay. Fisherfolk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates, and is that a drownie down by the water's edge? They sit around a fire at sea's edge, passing around a bottle of something viscously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? So I got a bunch of riddles I could put out. So I got... Wow, so I guess this is just a straight pages challenge. against the jewel from the pillared sea. Well, I don't, sure. I'll bet an echo on one of the simpler riddles. It's just one echo. One of the fishermen. The fisherman chuckles and pounds the ground with a fist. City folk, he crows. City folk. Oh, I guess I lost. They don't tell me the riddle? That's too bad. That seems like it would be fun. Oh well. So again, I lost an echo and for 5 fragment. Oh well. Okay, alright, I guess that's all I can do here. Still have plenty of supplies and fuel, so let's launch and head over. Let's see if that that other little stopping point is still over here somewhere. Every place I go... Oh, turn my lights off. Every place I go is more money from the Admiralty for port reports. Down to 3 supplies. Yep, looks like that other port is still over here. Codex. So let's go ahead and land. The Isle of Codex. Mute exiles, an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Okay. Right, I can't do this because I don't have a Searing Enigma. But I can compile a port report. Okay. I can buy fuel or supplies. I should be okay on both for now. So let's go ahead and start heading back to Fallen London. Boy, you certainly burn a lot less fuel when you sail with your lights off. So you accumulate a lot of terror, too. Alright, so let's see if those salt pillars thingies, salt lions, are still there. Or have they mysteriously moved? Let's see, there's some kind of land there. The Stormbones. St. Eligus sends his fire to dance on the air on the deck. Very far away we see the great light of the Ragged Crow. Interesting. So it sounds like perhaps the Salt Lions are not there. Let's send out my Z-Bat. See what he says. There are no islands within the Z-Bat's range. Oh, that looks like a very nasty monster. We're going to turn around and head the other way. Still no islands within the Z-Bat's range. We'll swing around wide this way. The snares. I vaguely remember that from last time. So the Stormbones, whatever, must be to the farther to the northeast. What is this? Is that an actual port? Auroral Megalops. Whatever it is, it doesn't have very many hit points. Tana Chook. The Megalops turns on its back, legs neatly folded. Its bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. So I can butcher it for supplies or dissect it for knowledge. Sure, let's try dissecting it for knowledge. A crab full of conundrums. I succeeded in the challenge. You set to work with your knives and acids. It's an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops of one of the deep Z crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. So I gain 1 fragment. That's it? 1 fragment? Should have taken the supplies. Okay. Turn my light back off. Looks like there's another Z monster over there. This doesn't look like the salt lions are still here. Oh my goodness, that's a shark. Let me slip away into these islands and see if I can avoid fighting it. Labyrinth of eels. Okay. As we keep exploring. My goodness. Our terror is all the way up to 32. Okay, back to that's Hunter's Keep again. Well, we're pretty close to London. And we still have plenty of supplies, so let's swing around a little bit and see what else we can find. Let's see. Here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near riches. Demue's Gate, named for the navigator lost above. How did his bones come below? I don't know. How did his bones come below? Discovered the Fos. Yeah, so I don't discover things anywhere near as far with my light turned off. Okay, and there's that light ship. We're on our last... Well, not quite on our last supply yet. Let's keep searching. Oh, looks like there's a ship down there. They discovered us? I think they have. Well, that could have gone better. But let's see what we can salvage. Cache of curiosities. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. It's a cask of wine. Alright. Mushroom wine. Acquired taste, perhaps. Okay, well, that's worth about 20 echoes. I guess that's the same as 1 supplies or 2 fuel. Moody's Light. I don't want to get too far away here. Let's go ahead and swing back around this direction. Mutton Island. Let's go ahead and dock there and pick up 1 more port report and then head back to Fallen London. Quaker's Haven. Sounds friendly enough. Quaker's Haven. Once the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Okay. Do they have any shops? They have fuel and supplies at exorbitant prices. Okay. Fires on the hillside. A lonely hill rises behind the town. Drinks at the Cock and Magpie. There's only one public house on the island. The Cock and Magpie is famed for its local cider and, of course, the Z-food. Explore the shore. Chat with the fishermen. That cost me an echo for a port report. I'll do that. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need a coin to open their mouths. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves. Smugglers at their work. Kanate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Okay. Visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Untersea, so I can explore or I can try this. But a Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. Sure, let's try it. I succeeded, okay. You stand on the cliff top looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. You've gained 7 fragments, and that's it. And 2 terror. Well, I'm not sure if that was worth it. At least it's another port report. Alright, looks like there's another one of those Z beasts. What is this down here? Is this another lighthouse? I guess it's nothing. There's another Z beast up there. Discovered Murray Straits. Bugsby's Marshes. Alright, I'm out of supplies, so I better make it back to port before the crew goes hungry. That should not be a problem. Unless I want to take a crack at this thing, which I think I do. So let's see if I can sneak up on it. Apparently not. Alright. Let's butcher it this time. So all it did was reduce my hunger. Those things are probably not worth killing. What's this? Restless nights. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in its sleep. Desperately, another. The captain can't be seen to take these things seriously. Inquire about their dreams. Let's ignore them. Crew is subdued as they take their meals, but all is quiet in the next watch. Yeah, I'm not going to inquire too much after the dreams of my crew. Bad Stevener's Abyss. At least that thing only did 2 damage when it hit me. Okay. Far off, very far off, someone screams. The Revenue Man, Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service, works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they selected you for an inspection. Don't cheat them. I have nothing to hide. Okay, collect messengers from the Harbor Master. don't have 51 terror, so I don't have to worry about that. I have another day of free evening. Something has changed underneath. And someone wants to sign on. Okay? Oh, and I have this little gift again. That was kind of nothing but trouble the last time I did it. On the other hand, it did give me a bunch of supplies. I wonder if I can just ignore it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is sell this book. There we go. Let's see, I could sell the wine, but I might hang on to it and see if I can sell it for more somewhere else. But probably not. I probably know where to sell it. I'm probably not going back to Venderbite anytime soon. I'll think about it. Let's see. So I think my hull is okay. I'm not going to... Oh, but the first thing I should do is go to the Admiralty Survey Office. So let's start with Hunter's Keep. I gain 1 fuel, 1 favor, and 5 echo. Quakers. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? Alright. 1 fuel, 1 favor, 5 echo. Okay. What have the nearly dead been up to then? 1 fuel, 1 favor, and 10 echo. And I can go to the... I can go talk to the Admiral. That's alright. 1 fuel, 1 favor, 20 echo for Wither. 1 favor, 20 echo, and 1 fuel. Alright, so I have a bunch of favors now, but I don't think I want to spend them on fuel just yet. But we can go talk to the Admiral. See. Can't do that. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think that's it. Alright, so I don't really want to trade my favors for fuel. They're too valuable in terms of trading them for repairs. So the main thing I need to do here is let's see, we're not quite done yet. I can definitely use some terror reduction, so let's carouse in the docks. A strange night out. You wake up in the back room of Gaston's lampery, head pounding. You had something to drink, but beyond that, it's a little hazy. I was unlucky. That's too bad. Your knuckles are bloody and your shirt bloody likewise. You've had better nights out. A difficult brew, Gaston says gnomically. So I got recent news. I lost 10 echo. I lost 3 terror. Well, that's unfortunate. So I can hire on my crew. I don't need to do that. I'm going to put my ship in. Alright, let's see who the new recruit is. Engage an officer, the genial magician, or engage an officer, the tireless mechanic, or engage a sailor. Good afternoon, Captain. Perhaps I can do your engine some good. No, haha, I'm quite the engineer. Difficult to credit, isn't it? But here are my references. So he increases my veils and mirrors. That's observation and stealth. For 50 echo. Okay, so between 3 and 4. Unlocked with no more than 0. The prudent magician, the satisfied magician, the urbane magician. Wow, so I can have one magician, or maybe this is just the same magician a bunch of different times. Or I can get the tireless mechanic. The tireless mechanic has enough of Frostbound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. So glad to see a ship at last, ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. So he increases veils and fuel efficiency. G increases iron. Fuel efficiency seems really good. I'm going to hire him. Kylus Mechanics has an SO. Welcome aboard. A spot of rust, soon see to that. You there, help me with this spot of rust. Point your new officer by dragging him with the officers tab to a slot at the top of the screen. Do this in port, not at sea, or you may unsettle your crew. You have no recruits for the so I've paid 50 Echo for more fuel efficiency. I hope that will be worth it. I think it will. Does he ever sleep? His eyes are dark circled, but his hands are steady. Veils +8. Wow. That's way better than +1 over here. My veil stat is going to be ridiculous. Fuel efficiency +5%. Assign. Alright, I've got a new chief engineer. The tireless mechanic. Okay. So I need to buy some supplies. 322. Let's go to the provisioners and buy 5 more supplies and 2 more fuel. Okay, leaving me with 200 echoes left. So probably, I don't know, did I make a profit on that? Hard to say. I still have that one case of wine that I can sell. But I'm going to hang on to it. I never know when I'm going to be back at Vendorbite. Alright, and I think I will end this episode here. It's a much more successful first voyage than our last episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. In either case, if you did enjoy it, I hope you will consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel. But in either case, I hope you have a terrific day.